Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my video for the character Morgan from The Walking Dead. So, these are my thoughts on Morgan and how long he's going to live on the show and how much longer he's going to last. Basically, I believe that there is at least a chance that Morgan can survive the series, or at least survive until the last episode of the series. I mean, think about it. He's been alive since literally the first episode of the show, and they're 8 seasons in. And he's been on the main cast since season 6. He's been back since season 5. They've had a bit of time to kill him already. You know, some people thought that he would get the Lucille death, but, you know, that went to Abe and Glenn, unfortunately. But, you know, and Morgan's kind of been... He's kind of been, like, the morally pure, like, the voice of reason. At least, you know, for a couple of years he was. Now he's kind of gone back to Crazy Morgan. And usually those characters die pretty quickly, but he didn't die, so you can kind of tell that the writers definitely have a large-scale plan for Morgan. You know, they're not just going to kill him off, you know, quickly. Like, they have a big plan, and it's possible that he could die in season 8. You know, it's possible that they're reaching towards the end of their plan, and Morgan is reaching towards the end of his story arc. But I hope not, and I believe that they could easily keep Morgan alive. He's not boring yet. He's still interesting. The actor Lenny James, I mean, he can pull off anything. You know, no matter what, he can make a scene interesting. And, you know, Morgan as a character, you know, I want to see him go a little crazy, and then I want to see him, you know, go back and, you know, kind of rebuild himself back up, and then, you know, figure some shit out, and then deal with some new people, and then adapt to some new circumstances. You know, if you read the comics and you know about A New Beginning and the Whisperers and all of that stuff, I would like to see Morgan deal with that. I would like to see Morgan deal with the Whisperers, you know, deal with Alpha, deal with Beta. You know, maybe he's not completely, you know, kill everyone, clear, you know, but maybe he's not, like, morally, you know, pure, like, wanting to kill everyone. And a lot of people that, I'm sorry, I should have said comic spoilers, but yeah, comic spoilers, you know, a shitload of comic spoilers. But, you know, a lot of people that read the comics or know about the comics, they believe that, you know, since Negan gets locked up in the comics and Morgan built a jail cell back in season 6 and Morgan's got the whole Life is Precious thing, that Morgan's gonna die towards the end of season 6, possibly to the infected arrows, and then Rick is going to honor Morgan's memory by locking Negan up in Morgan's jail cell and honoring the All Life is Precious thing. Because, I mean, what more heroic, what more hardcore of a thing can you possibly do than lock up Negan and let Negan live, let that monster live? So a lot of people think that that's going to be Morgan's death, and that Rick will lock Negan up to honor Morgan's memory, and that's how they're going to handle the comic storyline with Negan being locked up. Now, I have 2 big reasons for why I don't think that will happen, or at least I hope it doesn't happen. I'm against it happening. First of all, the whole putting the zombie gunk on the bullets and the arrows and infecting people, it's kind of stupid, because in the show, I mean, we've seen the end of season 5 where Rick blows a zombie's head off and his head explodes and his guts get everywhere, all over Rick's face and Rick's eyes and Rick's mouth, up Rick's nose. If that didn't infect Rick, I don't see why you know, a little bit of gunk on a bullet or an arrow would infect someone. People have gotten that shit in their eye holes, in their ear holes, nose holes, whatever the fuck, you know, and they don't get infected. It's been established in the TV series, and in the comics, you know, it's a little different. But in the show, we've seen, like, zombie guts get all over people's faces, all over the main characters' faces, and they don't get infected. So it's just really a stupid concept altogether. It's not really a big part of All Out War. It can be easily remixed. It can be easily replaced by something else, you know. Just, they shouldn't do it in the first place. Second of all, it's just so predictable to do that to Morgan's character. Like I said, people are already expecting it. I think pretty much almost everyone that reads the comics are going to see it coming. Almost everyone that reads the comics are expecting Morgan to die and Rick to honor Morgan's memory by locking Negan up. It's just predictable as shit. But I hope that Morgan survives the series. I hope that Morgan at least makes it to the last season, the last episode. I think he easily can. I think the character can easily continue on. He can easily get new stories. You have an actor like Lenny James who can do just a lot of shit. He has a lot of range. You can do a lot of things with Morgan. He's one of the last original characters left. There's the whole thing with him saying, "I don't die," and him thinking that he's cursed. And, you know, in episode 2 of season 8, he's going with Andy and another Hilltopper, I think. And Andy and the Hilltopper, they get shot. Morgan gets shot, but he doesn't die. The other two die. And then Morgan just gets up and then goes Terminator on everyone's asses. So he doesn't die. You know, he is kind of cursed. And, you know, the show could be lying to us, but I hope they're not. I hope they're not bullshitting us. I want Morgan to survive. He's pretty much my last really favorite character left. I really like a few like Simon, Tobin, Tara, but I suspect they're all going to die. You know, Morgan's the one that I really, really want to survive this season. I want him to survive many seasons after this. And the people that think Morgan's going to die, a lot of those people are saying that every season. They're saying Morgan's going to die in season 6. They're saying Morgan's going to die in season 7. It's always going to be Morgan can die. You know, people are saying, well, he's running out of story. I'm like, if Daryl and Carol can survive this season, so can Morgan. Daryl and Carol have been on the show, when you think about it, a lot longer than Morgan and a lot more episodes. Morgan really wasn't really in the show until season 6. He was just like a guest star in a couple of episodes. You know, Daryl and Carol have been main characters since the beginning. And I don't think this season's going to kill either one of them off. I don't think people are even expecting them to get killed off. So why can't Morgan be the same way? And Morgan and Carol kind of have this like this yin-yang type of thing. They both are kind of a reflection for each other. They both have a lot of scenes together. Their relationship is an integral part of the story. It's been like that since the beginning of season 6. You know, I think it's important for Carol to have a really close, stable relationship that's a friendship besides Daryl and Rick. I think Carol and Morgan's relationship is one of the best, most well-developed relationships in the show. And killing Morgan means ending that relationship, and I don't want that to happen. And, you know, they both have lost, you know, their kids. They both have kind of had, you know, times where they were weak in the past, and they've both gotten a lot stronger and done a lot more things to survive. So like I said, they're kind of a reflection for each other, and killing one kind of damages the other in that way. I think it's more interesting if you keep both alive so they can continue that reflection for each other. But, you know, that's just my opinion. So overall, like I said, Lenny James is just a really awesome actor, and I think Morgan's story is not over. You know, in the same way that Rick's, Daryl's, Carol's, Carl's story, Michonne's story is not over. I think people are just saying that Morgan's story is over because he's been around for a long time. Technically, he's been around since the first episode, and that's why they're saying that his story is over. It's not because he doesn't have more potential. I believe that he has more potential, you know, and I think there's something kind of special about him and Rick. You know, I think the show kind of started with those two, and I think it should kind of end with those two. I think if you want to talk about someone being the last one standing, Rick and Morgan should be one of the two of the ones that are like the last one standing at the end of the show. I think that would be really cool You know, just like have it start with them and end with them. I mean, it doesn't have to be just them, but they can be two of the survivors at the end. I think that would be really cool. And I truly, really do at least A New Beginning, at least Season 9, at least The Whisperers. I want to see Morgan deal with the Whisperers. I want to see Morgan deal with Alpha and Beta. I just think that would be really cool, you know? I think Morgan could have a leadership role in the kingdom. You know, Maggie is probably going to be the leader of Hilltop. I mean, she is the leader of the Hilltop, but she's going to stay as the leader of the Hilltop once Negan gets locked up, which I'm sure he will. Like 99% chance. He's too popular for them to deviate from his comic storyline. Negan will get locked up, so I think Maggie will be the leader of the Hilltop. You know, Rick will stay as leader of Alexandria, and you know, Carl and Michonne can play a big role and like be leaders too if they want to be. And I think Morgan, Carol, and Ezekiel could all be kind of leaders in the kingdom. And you know, if I think Ezekiel is going to get his comic death, so that would just leave Carol and Morgan. So if Ezekiel gets his comic death, which I suspect he will, and if he does, if he gets decapitated and gets his head put on a spike, I think that'll be the mid-season finale of next season, of Season 9. We're going to see his head on a spike, and that'll put Morgan and Carol in a forced position of power. They're going to have to step up and lead the Kingdomers to avenge Ezekiel's death and fight the Whisperers. You know, I think there's a lot to be told with that story. I think Morgan still has a lot of potential. I think the reasons that people want him to die are kind of shallow, and I think an easy argument can be made that he's not done and he still has a lot more potential. There's some main characters where you're like, okay, you know, I like them, but I don't want them to overstay their welcome, you know, kill them off. Morgan is not one of those, I believe. I believe he still has more story to tell. I believe the biggest reason that people think he's going to die is because of the theory that, you know, he's going to die, Rick's going to honor his memory by locking Negan up. But that's so predictable. Take that out of the picture and there's 100 reasons to keep him around. You know, he's my last favorite character that's still alive, and I hope he stays that way. And that's not just my bias. I really do think that he has more potential, and I would like to see that potential be fulfilled. I would love to see him, at least in Season 9, at least see a little bit of Lenny James, of Morgan, in A New Beginning, you know, dealing with the Whisperers. Just a little bit. If you want to kill him off in Season 9, fine, but don't kill him off this early. Don't do the most predictable thing in the world and have him die, then Rick honor his memory with Negan. Do something else. So I don't think Morgan will die this season. I hope he doesn't. I think he could survive multiple seasons, but I hope at least A New Beginning, because I would love to see him in A New Beginning. And yeah, you know, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. We are almost at 250 subscribers. That's our first goal. So please hit that subscribe button. Please help me get to 250. That's goal number 1. Once we get to 250, I will make a special video celebrating 250. So please help me get to 250. We're almost there. We're like 18 subscribers away. So please help me with that, and please share my channel around. I'm almost at 60 videos, and most of them are The Walking Dead. And I'm going to continue to do stuff for other content, for other sources of media. I'm going to start playing video games, doing playthroughs. Some of my friends are going to help me. We're going to really expand this channel. So please hit that subscribe button, and please share my channel with anyone that you think would be interested. Even if they're not interested, take a chance, you know, just like tell them to hit subscribe, you know. But yeah, sorry for begging so much, but that's just kind of how it is. But yes, please help me get to 250. I would really appreciate it beyond words. You know, let's get to that 250, and I will make a special video celebrating that. And if you want to see specific videos, if you have requests, let me know in the comments or message me. I will be happy to take them under consideration. I'm more than happy to take requests and, you know, try to make some videos, you know, see what I can do. But yeah, Hit that like and subscribe. I'm Spencer Rhodes. I will see you guys later. Bye.